Okay, so hello everyone. Today I'll be teaching you a neuro subtopic which is considered to be a difficult one. So I'll be telling you about the ascending tracts. Now, first of all, we will be talking you what do you really understand by the word tract. So what are really tracts? They are the bundle of axons, and these are the axons which are present inside your central nervous system, and they have the same origin. So they are originated from the same thing and they have the same destination. They all are going to the same thing. Okay, so the tracks, now the thing is that they can move up and they can be the downgoing tracks. So, and the upgoing tracks, the one which take your information from the lower part to the upper part, these tracks are known as the ascending tracks. So they are known as the ascending tracks. As well as, so just imagine that something that is taking information from the lower part of your body to the upper part all the way to your brain, your cerebral cortex, it is taking information of all, it is going to take all these sensory inputs. So these are the sensory neurons which take information from the lower centers of your lower part of your body to the upper part to your cerebral cortex. So these are your sensory pathways. So your ascending tracks are simply your sensory pathways, whereas your descending tracks, they are the one which are taking, so they are the one which descends down. So something that descends down, it takes information all the way from your cerebral cortex, from your brain down to your spinal cord. So these are the motor neurons, and they go and they bring the information to the effectors, which then further can cause any kind of effect to the body. So this is done. So this is just the basic information about the ascending and the descending tracks. Now I would even like to highlight, a lot of people, they don't know what is the real definition. What do you mean by the word gray matter? So the gray matter, the word means anything that where you have cell bodies. So this presence of cell bodies, I would like to highlight in the central nervous system. So if there are cell bodies present inside the central nervous system, that's called the gray matter. But if these cell bodies are, let's say, present outside your central nervous system, we don't call it gray matter. What do we call it? We say that that's your ganglions. All right, so you would have probably heard of the word dorsal root ganglion and so on. So the white matter, the fibers, they can be vertical, like cephalocaudal fibers. So these are the tracks which can be ascending or the descending ones. Then you have the horizontal ones, which connects your anterior part to the posterior part. And then you have the one which are connecting your right side to the left side, and we call them the communal fibers. All right, so another thing is this, that the basic definition of the neuronal receptors. These are the biological nerve endings. What do they do? That they convert the energy of the stimulus, mechanical energy, into the electrochemical fluctuations of, all right, and we also call them transducers. So other thing that's the differences of there are two, if I talk about the ascending tracks, so the two main tracks, ascending tracks, that's your dorsal medial lemniscal system as well, and the other one is your anterolateral tract. So the dorsal column lemniscal system, they are your ascending tracks, anterolateral also your ascending tracks. So guys, the anterolateral is pure, the dorsal medial lemniscal system is pure sensory, whereas the anterolateral, it's not purely sensory. Dorsal one is present at the dorsal part, the white column of your spinal cord, and your other one, the lateral one, they are present also on the white matter, but they are present anterior portion of your white matter and the lateral portion of your white matter. So the dorsal column, they are highly myelinated fibers, whereas the anterolateral are not myelinated. Because the dorsal column fibers, they are highly myelinated, so we say that they are the fast fibers. They carry the impulses at a greater velocity, whereas the other one, they do not carry it at a much greater velocity. Another thing is about the activation or the localization. So the dorsal column tracts, they are highly localized, whereas the anterolateral, they are not much localized. So the dorsal column, they take information, they bring information on your proprioception, your fine touch, your vibration sensation, and the 2-point discriminations. So the tactile information. Whereas your anterolateral, they are bringing all the information of your pain, temperature, and the crude touch. So the dorsal column receptors are the I hope it's visible. So they are the Meissner, the Pacinian corpuscles, the muscle spindle, and the Golgi tendon organ. Whereas the receptors for the anterolateral, they are the pain nerve endings or the thermal receptors. And yeah, so this was just a basic introduction in which I have tell you what is the ascending tracts and the basic thing. All right, so yes, next we'll be talking about the further details of the ascending tracts. We'll start with the medial dorsal lemniscus system.